to that particular character, I don't think now, in retrospect, anybody else could have done.
I think he's actually pitch perfect in the show.
Neha, when you wrote the Zinat Aman part, did you know Zinat Aman is going to play it?
Actually, that character came purely from research. I'd been spending a lot of time around royalty.
All right, the creators of The Royals are here with me. Please go watch the show. It's streaming right now on Netflix. People are absolutely loving it. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hi.
Very
We're royally happy.
Yeah. So, Nupur and Priyanka, I'm very curious to know, how does this two-director thing work?
We have different episodes. Everybody
We work very independently, Rishi.
Oh, I had this huge fantasy of this being very Abbas Mastan-like.
Oh my God.
Both of you coming on the set together. Maybe
Never.
not wearing the same color combination, but
Yes. We'll match our footwear next time.
your footwear.
Sure.
No, but really, the division of labor, how is it? Like, how did you decide what
Very
episodes you're going to handle, Nupur?
They come to
Priyanka, what are you
direct
gonna
their own
the
episode.
decision that Rongita and Netflix kind of take, so they come to us with what they want us to do. So
Yeah, so Rongita, how did you do that? How did you break this down to what Priyanka is going to be, which episode she's going to do, and which episodes Nupur is going to do?
We always wanted multiple directors on this piece. It's just a format that we were keen on working with Netflix. And both directors came with their strengths. And we literally went through and said, okay, fine, this is what we do. Nupur had less time. She came in a little later than Priyanka. She prepped her episodes. She workshopped her episodes. Priyanka did hers. They even had a very clear rule of not being on each other's sets, which very clearly got blurred. Because then they would just come. There was a point of time that they would come onto set and sit facing away from the monitor. Okay, and then it just got comfortable enough for them to own their own pieces and be able to kind of, work this world while bringing their own to each parts of this piece. So it was fair. It was very easily done actually, and I think it comes from just the experience that the two directors, the two women, come with.
Tanya, the accolades are rolling in. People are loving the show. Tell me about this, the overall sense of what Netflix is feeling right now. I mean, you guys were at Waves the other day.
Yes.
I'm sure lots of people walked up to you and congratulated you on the show. But just the reactions for the Royals. Did you expect it, or was it unexpected? Pleasant surprise, or I told you so? How are you feeling?
No, Rishi, I think you know me well enough to know that I'm a little more humble than I told you so. But no, the teams actually worked so hard. Rongita, Ishita, Neha, and of course Priyanka, Nupur, but the whole cast as well. They've poured themselves into it. And I think it's been amazing to see that from the get-go, the first sort of look at the show has actually really had accolades pouring in, excitement, love for the cast, love for the genre. I think people are really enjoying. These are also tough times. Let's be cognizant of, it's not been an easy weekend, but I think people have been able to actually just wind down a little bit with the show. So I think it's helped and in its own way. And I don't mean to take away from the seriousness of what we've all experienced as a nation. But I think the genre brings, cheer. Romance is always that really sweet spot, which is a bit of comfort watching. So I'm glad that it was, this weekend that we launched this show. So yes, the response is amazing. I think Ishan is really breaking out. There's so much love for our cast, the humor, the fashion, of course, and the romance between the leads has really landed well. So and we're just getting started. It's day 4. I think we have a long runway.
Nupur, I met Zoya Akhtar at a music listening session because Tiger Baby Records was launching some music. And she said she was so excited about knowing about the Royals. She said, I'm a massive Ishan fan. I can't tell you what a huge Ishan fan I am. How is he in the show? And I said, he's absolutely spectacular in the show. And really, what Ishan has brought to that particular character, I don't think now, in retrospect, anybody else could have done. So talk to me about him. And it's not just the physicality of it, him taking his shirt off, but he seems to have really made it his own.
I think he's actually pitch perfect in the show. Extremely well cast. He just owns it. And he's a very hardworking actor, Rishi. Very hardworking actor. He preps a lot, both with Priyanka, with me, extensive readings with his co-actors. And the output is effortless. Effortless. So, I mean, he's brilliant. I mean, even if you see him in Suitable Boy, I mean, he's the most charming thing about
Yeah.
the thing is that he brings so much honesty. That honesty, and he's not afraid to show his vulnerability on screen. Not many actors have that. And when you can open yourself up to a role, when you can submit to a character, when all its frailties, then it's a win.
And
I mean, I've been a massive fan of his myself since his first work. So, and he's only going to go from great strength to strength.
Priyanka, what I love about the show also is that it's not ageist at all. I mean, we've mainstream popular culture has made romance and sex about young people. I love the fact that so many middle-aged people or middle-aged characters have such interesting parts in their play out. There's Chunky Pandey, there's Sakshi, there's Zinat Aman, there's Milind Soman and Luke Kenny.
Kenny, yes.
So the fact that love is for not just for any gender, but any age,
Yes.
is something that I wanted to cover, and I'd like you to talk about that.
I think it's a blessing that we got this script and this particular story with such beautifully written out, wholesome characters that were given to us as a blessing by the team at PNC, Netflix, Neha and her writing team. I think that just makes for the most potent kind of drama and storytelling, and actually it becomes a very inclusive exercise, like how you pointed out, that it's going beyond gender, it's also going beyond age. It's not seeing where you should limit love. So that for me was always the first thing that drew me to this story and this idea. It was not so much just the clash of the two worlds. I think thematically there are so many themes that are being explored in the entire season that I think it was exactly what I would like to say or put a voice out there as a filmmaker. So I resonated with it instantly. So I just have to thank Rongita, Ishita, Neha and team, Tanya and team for actually coming up with such a concept with which Nupur and I were able to fly with our actors and make it our own and do what we were able to do.
Neha, lots of people, I bet, have already congratulated you, deservedly so, for how you've written the same gender relationship scenes. And they're so beautifully crafted out, the relationship between Kavya's character and Lisa's character. Likewise, some of the other same-sex relationships. Do you have to be extra careful, or could it be the other way around? You don't view it from a gender lens at all, and you just view it from a person-to-person lens when you're writing?
Great question, yeah. I feel like this is a conversation I was having today also with somebody, and in the room between Vishnu, my co-writer, and Iti Agarwal, who joined us later, it was a constant conversation that we didn't want to look at it from a gendered lens at all. We wanted to say that, hey, just how can it feel the most natural, normal thing to happen on screen, so that it is not about some sort of an external conflict, or it's more internal conflict. Am I ready to do this? Am I ready to fall in love? It's not like you have to battle an outside force, or we definitely didn't want it to be a coming out story, because I think we are tired of coming out stories, not because they don't have a space, but because when you don't have screen time for that character, then you aren't able to do justice to it. If it's not, like Sabar Bonda just came out, the indie film. So it is about that. So again, you realize that it's not really a coming out story as much as it is about people experiencing their first feelings, which is kind of what our interest in exploring was. And I'm glad it has come through to you as well. For the Ginny Nikki track, just wanted to be as without conflict and drama, or what was the word you were saying?
Agenda.
Yeah, as possible.
There's always an agenda. And I think, Rishi, I'm just going to add to that because, I'm kind of that connecting, cable between what Neha writes and what the directors put out on screen, right? And the beauty with which they've shot these scenes. They haven't shot them like indie pieces, like in a small room. They've stuck them in the grandest of locations and told the romance and shot it with the same amount of beauty that they've shot a Bhumi and Ishan romance. And that for me really was the unusual part of it, that scene on the terrace where Jenny and Nikki are sharing a bottle of wine, and you pull out and the palace is there, I mean, you realize the palace is as much about this as it is about, Bhumi and Ishan. So the beauty of being able to also screen it the way that's been written, that I think made all the difference to this piece.
Rongita, when I ran through the first 4 episodes, I was tripping on the sound of the show in terms of the song, saying I expected this to be, even the opening credits, to be very Crown-like. And there's this banger of a hip-hop track that really got me grooving. By the time I ended episode 8, I was like, who are these amazing music directors? Because there was some mainstream Rajasthani folk, not remixed or refashioned or anything, but so pure in its art form. And to be able to straddle both those worlds, I don't know if they were different music directors, you got a bunch of a motley crew of musicians coming together for this. But the fact that your title track is very hip-hop rap, and then you have Rajasthani folk where it's supposed to happen in a particular scene, and then, it becomes seamlessly a part of the show. Talk to me about the music, please.
No, so we had music directors who came in to do songs, right? So you have Ru and Joe, who are just insanely good. And you have this young little boy called Harsh, who I've just ended up meeting the other day, actually, on set on another piece, who did the banger of a piece that Aniket and Harsh, who did the banger of the title song. But I think what we always wanted with the title track was to bring the royals into 2025. See, there had to be that difference between The Crown and Bridgerton and all the other royal pieces, which was so like whimsical and all of that stuff, like drowning in whimsicality in that sense. So to bring that into today, and then there were the background guys, an absolutely fabulous bunch called Aditya and Nayan, who just ended up doing such a tremendous job of bringing everything together. Nayantara and Aditya. And I think that the music of it came together because there was just so many young voices doing this, but they were all driven by the script, which is Neha's doing. They were all entirely driven by the script, by what they were seeing up on that screen, by what the directors had put together. They were all inspired to come together to do this. And we always, every time we make a piece, for us, music is a really, really big piece of that puzzle, right? Because I think they call it the Bollywood trick, and I'm a commercial cinema baby, and I think forget the movies, but love needs music. It needs a soundtrack, and if you don't have a soundtrack to romance and love, I have a soundtrack to every love I've had. And I literally have a playlist. So how do the royals not have that?
Oh, and the soundtrack is trending on Apple Music as the top 3 sort of Bollywood tracks.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So
The songs that
rocked up, right, from way back.
Yeah.
And we're at number 3. So that's just saying a lot about these young kids today who are doing such good work. Yeah.
Amazing music, yeah.
Tanya, it's almost as though Netflix could have done no wrong as far as this project is concerned. Firstly, you lock in your partners, which is PNC, Rongita, Ishita. Then Neha comes in, Priyanka, Nupur settle in. The project is what it is. And then you do this amazing trailer launch, which is really one of its kind. People spend money, but this is more beyond the money. This is the ideation of it. This is the theme of it. The way you made it sync also beautifully together under the overlying theme, the royals, and yet had each character so distinctly ironed out even at the trailer level. Like, Vihan coming and, serving a dish. and each of those characters having a different thought process. So it must be very fulfilling to see a project in its complete fruition, programming wise, marketing wise, thematically, 360 degrees.
Thank you for bringing this up actually. And, I'm glad you enjoyed it too. We have some amazing teams who put this magic together, this thinking together. Our publicity and our events team is really, I would say, top of the pops in terms of what they dream of and how they get inspired by the ideas that we make. But I would say at the heart of it is a commonality of thought, Rishi, that stories are meant to make you feel something. And this one, if it didn't sort of really spread the royal cheer all around, I think the endeavor was to actually just connect with the press and have the cast and the press feel the excitement, the sort of the measured flair of royalty within the confines of a studio, to really kick off the celebrations. And we do want to celebrate this title. And I think the experience brought, I mean, the warmth of the press at that event, the number of people I spoke to right after, and who were not just enjoying the trailer but just the general mood. I think it speaks to creating the one thing that we believe we are here to do, which is really spread joy. And whether it is with a story or an experience, I'm glad that we are able to.
Nupur, the fact that the modern day royal is the CEO or the woman CEO, who's championing her company, her employees, her own goals, is such an inseparable part of the royals. And that must have spoken to you a lot. Talk to me about that, please.
Absolutely. See, it was created by our two sisters who are CEOs of their companies, who resonate, the way they think, the way I think. It's a third project together. We just we think alike. So when that translates onto screen, and then Neha has written it, and it all just came together so well. And I truly believe that we are CEO material. Yeah, Sophia is a goddamn CEO who has agency, who's out there to prove what she has to prove, and she's walking that palace like, she's gonna do something very radical with it, which obviously attracts this prince who's who needs the money and all of that. So I mean, no surprises that Rongita Ishita would have thought of something like making the lead actress a CEO, the lead character a CEO. So, it just spoke to me.
Neha, when you wrote the Zeenat Aman part, did you know Zeenat Aman is going to play it?
Oh, no, not by a long shot. No. Actually, that character came purely from research. I'd been spending a lot of time around royalty and pseudo royalty and royalty adjacent and adjacent people across cities, South India, Bombay, Rajasthan, MP. I'd met a lot of people and spent time with them. And then I met one woman who told me this story of she was in a lunch thing. Rongita knows this story. She was at some sort of a lunch between royalty, and she very naively asked this girl, so what do you do? And her mother was next to her, who's royalty, erstwhile. And she says, darling, what do you do? You don't do, you just be. And she was just like blank. She was like, I didn't have a comeback. Yeah, because when you say things like, like Maggie Smith in Downton Abbey, when you say things with that kind of poise and that kind of confidence, but you're not being mean, you're just being yourself through and through. It was just, I was like, oh, that's Margie. I found her. This is it. This is who she is. And that line remained on top of the character sketch for the longest time. I was like, oh, this is it. We found her. And it was that inspired Rongita and I believe Tanya and all to just land Zeenat Aman with that vibe, I think.
Zeenat was having a moment, right, on the ground. And she was, every time that she put on,
so good.
Went to the ground, the timeline was full of her. And I remember Tanya and us saying that it has to be her. There's just no, we were tossing in and we said it has to be her, and literally went to her, and yeah, the rest is history.
The rest is history, yeah.
Yeah.
But I just have time for one more question. Priyanka, take that. Did you have a jaw drop moment on set when the Nora and Ishan dance was happening? Because when we were watching it, it was just gobsmackingly good.
So I must say, I had the absolute joy of enjoying it to the fullest, because it's not in my episode.
Ah,
Wasn't working that day. It's in Nupur's episode. I came on a picnic that day to set, only to watch this jaw-dropping dance that was going to happen. And sure, it was. It was way more than what I had expected, and the way they performed, the way Nupur shot it, it was just brilliant. It was
See,
it
Rishi,
really
I
saw
was
art
there.
come alive, you know.
And my monitors are a distance away because they're the bigger monitors and they're difficult to move around constantly. I ran from that spot, Nooks, if you remember, to you guys yelling like a mental case, right?
Yeah.
Because we had so little time to shoot that section.
Yes.
How
they
many
had-
takes did you do, Nooks?
So I was very clear with I mean, Adil, Neha, and I, Neha, who shot it, and Adil, my choreographer. We wanted to do this particular track with just minimal cuts. Minimal cuts. I wanted the footwork to fly. I wanted people to notice the footwork, not my trickery in shooting and edit. I wanted the performers to shine. And Ishan was totally on board. Like, so, and also that's how both the songs would be apart in terms of emotion and feel. You know, Sophia and Ishan are all about fun, breezy romance, all of that. And these two are about perfection, footwork, and drama. You know, it's like intense tension and drama in the room. So all that. So for that, I just needed them to just perform. So I think we shot it in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, less.
Whoa.
Nupur, you had less
Maybe
time.
it was less. It's
Very
you know.
bad.
I mean, but they had rehearsed and rehearsed, and it just flew.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
To
God.
answer your question, I was on holiday that day.
My heart was
But
pounding.
there was a lot of
Over
drool.
नहीं- over तो नहीं जा रहे
There
हैं. What
was a lot of drool.
I can imagine. Guys, thank you for a lovely experience. All of you are watching, listening. Go watch The Royals on Netflix, and then you can come back and thank me. Absolute bliss. 8 episodes of bliss. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rongita. Thank you, Priyanka.
Give it a
Tanya,
Rishi.
Nupur, and
Bye.
Neha. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
94.3 Radio 1.